What's happening? Today is September the 27th, 2021. And exactly 5 years ago on this very day, September 27th, 2016, I raised my right hand and joined the world's greatest army. So I just wanted to make a video about what I've learned these past 5 years, what I've been through, the good and the bad, and hopefully it can help you. Now, the military has its pros and it has its cons. I'm not gonna go through all of those. I've already made a video about that, but just looking back, starting off with just the good things. As you know, I was selling insurance and doing other things that I did not enjoy. And the military, for me, it came at the perfect moment. I really wasn't happy with what I was doing on the outside world. I needed something with a little bit more stability, and at the time, it was perfect for me. When I actually joined the military and went to basic training, I experienced a type of team or brotherhood or camaraderie that I've never experienced before, I guess you could say, at a work setting. It was something that I will never forget, something that I will always cherish. My friends that I still talk to that's in the military, it's like a bond, you know, because only you and the person beside you knows exactly what you went through at basic training. I mean, it's something that you can't fully explain to civilians, but looking back on it, when it comes to basic training, it is the most fun that you never want to have again. Now, me joining the military at 24 years old, I really didn't need the drill sergeants to teach me discipline. I feel like I've already had that, and I have both my parents who instilled that in me. My dad was prior service as well, so I didn't need help in that department. But I will say that the military definitely helped me with is how to work as a team. You know the old saying, if you want something done the right way, you do it yourself. But I was taught to trust your teammates or trust your brother, trust your sister, and that helped me. It really, really helped me because once you have more than one person, you have a team, you can get more done. No matter how well you know how to do something, 5 brains is better than 1. Now, one of the main things that I've learned early on in my military career is how to adapt. Yes, the military is so spur of the moment sometimes, but you have to learn how to adapt to different situations. I mean, you can be doing this on Monday and completely your world has changed on Wednesday, but you can't complain. You have to just, let the water roll off your back, roll with the punches, and go along with it. And that was something that I was not comfortable with. Being a civilian, normally what your Monday through Friday is like work-wise. You're gonna go in at 9 and you're gonna do this at 12, go to lunch, back at 1 o'clock or 12:30, and you do that until 5 o'clock p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. But for the military, nah, every day can be different. There's no such thing as same old army. It's always something new. So that was something that I really had to get used to and really had to just understand that this is how the military works. Now, another tip or piece of advice that I can give you after being in the military 5 years is build your connects. The military is like a huge fraternity. You encounter so many people from all walks of life, and it's always good to just connect and tap into their world, because you never know who you're going to need down the line. Because maybe you're in IT and you're in the S6 shop and someone else is IT as well, and they get a job outside of the military, and then they ask them, do you have anybody that we can bring on as well? They'll think of you. It's always good to build connects, because you never know, who can help you or who you can help. You can be on the other end. You can be the one pulling somebody else along with you. But it's always good to be open and talk to people. Don't be too closed-minded. Don't be so much to yourself in the military, because it has a lot of benefits when it comes to networking and just talking to people in general. And kind of to piggyback off that, treat people right. Not just because of, the military part of it, but just be a good person. Just be a good human. Because you never want to be a specialist and you have a PFC peer and you treat them wrong, and the next thing you know, you're still a specialist and they're a sergeant now, and they somehow became your NCO and they can spread the word about you. It's not good to just treat people wrong. Always treat people right. You know why? Because the military is also small. It's a good chance that you're gonna run into a lot of people that you've been in basic training with. The military is very, very small. Just treat people right. Just treat people right, because if you don't, I promise you, it will come back to bite you. You don't want that, man. You don't want that. So just do what you're supposed to do. Go to work, have a good time. Get the job done, though. You gotta get the job done. But live life and be good to people. What's that old adage that they say in kindergarten? Treat people the way you want to be treated. Now, another little nugget that I could give you about what I've learned in these last 5 years. I cannot believe it's been 5 years, by the way. But another thing that I've learned is to be patient. There's a slogan, a motto, whatever you want to call it. Hurry up and wait. My dad used to say it all the time, that that's what the military is about, but I just kind of brush it off like, oh, okay, cool. But when you actually get in the military, hurry up and wait is real. It's very real. They will rush you to be somewhere at 5 a.m. and then you can't start until 8:30 a.m. I'm thinking, why did we rush to get here? So the military has taught me kind of, what I was saying earlier about letting it roll off your shoulders, but it taught me how to be patient. It taught me how not to panic, how not to freak out, but it taught me to just, again, roll with the punches, let it run off your back, because the first 4 times, I'm like, why are we rushing to get here? And y'all not even ready. That's what I was thinking about. Y'all not even ready. Why are we sitting here just waiting? But you have to look at it from their point of view. If you get there early, then there's no hiccups. Everybody's here. What if you're on the way there and your car goes down, or you have to do another mission before you get there? I don't know. But hurry up and wait is definitely real, and it taught me how to just woosah. Now, one of the last things that I've learned about being in the military for 5 years is how to be a leader and how to take initiative. Now, as far as being a leader, it's hard to really kind of implement that on the outside world unless you have your own business or you're running your own show and you have people under you. Being in the military and being a leader is through actions. It's have people that come in the military after you following you and what you do. Now, if you say that this is good, I'm all for it, you will have people following you and say, okay, well, if he thinks it's good or if she thinks it's good, then I'm pretty sure that's the right way. But you always have people watching you. You always have people watching. You always have people that are maybe trying to get where you are in your military career. Now, if you're over there just playing around and not being serious about your craft, then it shows and it will trickle down to the soldiers that are below you. And you don't want that. And also with taking the initiative, that was a big one for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was big for me because, how can I say this kindly? I was a little bit lazy. Yep, I was a little bit lazy, but I've learned that if you go ahead and take the initiative and go ahead and get something out of the way, you'll feel better about yourself, and the product will be 10 times better. You will be so much happier with the product. And again, with giving it your all, that's a very, very important trait when it comes to the military. You want to give it your all because that can help your career progress that much farther. If you give your all, you have those NCOs, you have your first sergeant, you have officers looking at you like, okay, this person is giving 120%, while this person is giving 95%. People see it. People see it. So you have to give it your all. You have to take the initiative. And I promise you, if you follow those tips to success, hey, I told you so. All right. Now, wrapping up this video, one of the most popular questions that I get asked probably once a week is, will you do your 20 years? And that is the most annoying question that I get asked, but I get it from civilians because they don't really understand what goes on in the military day in and day out. I always say I take it 1 year at a time or one contract at a time because the military is so unpredictable. You know, you can, on Monday, you can say, oh, you know what, I'm loving this. I can see myself doing 20 years of the military. I mean, they have all these benefits, housing, taking care of my family, the stability. But then again, on the other side, like on a Thursday, you might say, you know what, this is my last contract. I feel like I'm being restricted. I feel like I can't move how I want to move. I can't take a vacation next week without getting 4 or 5 signatures from somebody else. I feel like I can't, you know, take my wife out or my husband out the way I want to because I have to do X, Y, and Z. It's hard to really know until you get to the end of your contract and you write down your pros and your cons, but it's a very up and down career. It's something that I really wasn't prepared for as far as the unpredictability. That's one thing I didn't really prepare for. You know, the up and down, just the unpredictableness of the military. But you just take it with a grain of salt, keep on moving forward, upward and onward. You know, that's what makes you great. Again, this is the 5-year anniversary of me being in the military. It's crazy, like it's just mind-blowing that I've been in the military for 5 years. I remember going off to MEPS and meeting all of my, you know, my homies now from basic training. Then I had no idea who they were. They're from all walks of life, all over the US, and that was 5 years ago. It's crazy. It's crazy. But again, I cannot just put everything that I've learned or everything that I was taught in a YouTube video from 5 years. I just can't do it. So I want to just highlight some of the things that just came to my mind that I wanted to share with you. If you're thinking about joining or you're in and you only been in for 6 months or a year, just something to kind of look forward to. So thank you all for watching another YouTube video from yours truly. And like I always say at the end of all of my videos, always remember, y'all be cool.